All right, it's time for another PA Farms hay update. I don't know what you're going to be able to see. It's early morning here. Well, it's about 7 a.m. Excuse me. Okay, so we're getting this pile down. We can now see that little cage that was in the back there. There used to be a hay fan, a large hay fan. The guy that used to work here said it was kind of like an airplane propeller that would bolt to the floor and it would suck air out, or it blow it in. I don't know whichever way they were sending the air. But there was like a cage built around it, and it had like a chicken wire type mesh to keep all the hay out of the fan. There's a place on the floor. There's like a 2x4 that's nailed down, and there's eye bolts where they used to bolt the fan to the floor. That's long since gone. That was sold at the auction. I know it's hard to see here. I just filled that cage with hay and went over the top of it, but we're down to that cage and trying to get things unloaded here. Let's take a walk. I can show you here. That's what's left of the 2017 crop. Like I say, there's still pretty many bales there. We're working on that. Anyway, this morning, what I did, I know pretty well which customer's next. Like I say, out of the 7 customers, I know which one's going to call next. He has the dump truck. He backs in the door. We load the hay from the hay mow here onto his dump truck. The guy with the trailer, I usually throw it and stack it down there. So the dump truck guy's next, and if for some reason he's not coming, I can always just throw these down on the barn floor for the guy with the trailer. So want to get this swept up a little bit here and get more on this wagon. This wagon load of chaff has either got to get rebaled or taken out and spread in some of the places that need topsoil. So we'll work at that and see what else we get into today. All right, that's a little bit better. You can see the sunrise. I don't know if you can see the steam coming off my hand, but it's cool this morning. But anyway, the reason I put those, there's like 53 bales there. He usually gets 50 at a shot. I put them there so when he comes to load, there's not so much waiting around. If I have to walk them from all the way in the back, it's just me and him. He's usually on the dump truck. If I got to walk them 2 at a time from the back up front, then there's a lot of waiting time. This way he can pretty well back right here, and then I can just hand all 53 to him and he's good to go. All right, so other updates, other projects during the week. Last week I had my dad come over. We were working on installing a receptacle right here for the hay elevator. We ran into some trouble. This about is the only place where I can mount a receptacle safely that's not in a high traffic area. I don't want it mounted on any of those poles there on account of loading hay in, loading hay out, backing wagons in, backing wagons out. If the receptacle is mounted here on this beam where this old switch is that's no longer hooked up, if it's mounted here, you'd have to run the staircase over first. Before you'd hit it. I'm also putting it in an outdoor box and running conduit down. That's the plan. We ran into problems. As I said, these beams here down below go into a main beam. So we had trouble trying to figure out where to run the conduit. Dad had come up with an idea. I just have to do it. I'm going to get everything ready. My dad used to do some electrical work, and I've done a lot of electrical projects here and there, and he's going to make the connection to the panel box. I'm going to run the wire. So this here is that BX cable. This is what they used years ago. You see the condition of it here. It's not live. This here, they drilled all the way through that large beam down below to run this cable, and I think they had the same problem I did. So I'm going to just cut this cable off, pull it down through the floor, and run my conduit up through that hole, and we can get our box here. So I'll make that into its own video. Excuse me, I just wanted to do a quick update. That's the plan, so we don't have to run a generator to run a hay elevator. The hay elevator that I have yet to purchase. I'm waiting for a weekend, Saturday when I'm not working. I've worked the last 3, so I need a free weekend to be able to run and get that elevator. What else is on the agenda? I'll come back with you. All right, so other updates. We got to pile 2 loads of stone here for all the potholes in the driveway. That's pretty well an every year thing that has to be done after winter on a dirt road. So there are some pretty deep potholes, some about a foot deep. That's an exaggeration, but it's really a mess here. So that'll probably be in the evenings after work. Just get so many potholes done. We'll have to get the loader going. This Christmas tree wagon needs to get out of here. This is where I park the sprayer in the summertime, so it's always accessible. It gets pulled in here, and this is where the sprayer lives all summer. It's just the perfect place for it. It's out of the way, and if I need it, it's not buried in the shed since the sprayer's rolling most of the spring. So I did have plans to work on this cart. I did put the jack, that tongue, the hitch jack on the front, so you don't have to lift it. I did get that done. I put air in these old tires and they held air all year. But I think at this point we're just going to stick it up in the upper shed again and let it there. I'll just let it up there, and if I need it, I can hook it up and take it away. So we got to move this out of here one of these days. That's not going to be today because all the rain we had and how wet it is. I don't want to be driving up to the fields. It's just a slow start to spring. It really is. It's rainy and it was sleeting the other day. I'm hoping that this week will be totally different, but so far it's just not a fast moving spring. So all right, I'll come back. All right, so where am I at? That's a good question. That's a good topic to get into. My to-do list here coming up in the next week and weekend. I've got to start getting some things accomplished here. It's been, like I say, it's been such a slow start for me. All right, so where we're at, many of you guys know this. I serviced all 5 tractors and the lawnmower, so that's all done. Those are ready to go. The baler and the hay bind, when I put them away, they were good to go. The same with just about everything. I'm not being so quick to take the antifreeze out of the sprayer just yet. I still don't trust the weather forecast. We had 22 the one morning, we had 27 the one morning. I'm just not feeling this weather forecast yet to take the antifreeze out, and I don't quite need it just yet, so that can stay in. I've got to get all my herbicide out of its winter storage and heated area and get it out to where my herbicide stuff is. I did call my neighbor about borrowing the manure spreader to work on that manure pile. He did say I could use it and to just call ahead, so we'll get rolling with that manure once we get the decent weather and it's not wet. I do have erosion up in the one field over the winter time, not during the fall harvest. This came after with the late winter meltdown. I do have some ruts from erosion, so I'll have to dig that International 45 out of the back there and do some tillage with the 986 to fix it. So we got to take care of that, as well as all of these sticks and branches and trees that are down around all the outsides of the field. I have to go out with the loader and take care of that. It was a very windy winter and spring, a lot of days with wind gusts knocking trees down, so we got a mess really. And not much time, so I'm gonna let you guys go. This is just gonna be a quick update video. I got to get rolling. I really do. I got to get moving on stuff here. No, I still haven't gotten spring fever. There hasn't been that urgency or that rush to get things done with, like I say, with work and everything else that I have going on. It's just I've got to make up my mind and get moving here. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching, and thank you for the 6,000 subscribers. Thanks for sticking with me, and we'll keep continuing on here as we're moving along into the beginning of 2019. So I'll see you on the next one.